The FIFA Club World Cup semi-final is actually about to take place today, and we have to do an in-depth match preview and preview how Maresca can actually set up the team, which lineup will be much suited to see Chelsea actually get to the finals of the Club World Cup. Now, Chelsea are going to have a reunion with their former club legend, Thiago Silva, who actually has mentored a lot of players in that Chelsea squad, including Colwill, Rhys James, and a bunch of players who are there in the 2023-2024 season. Now, Thiago Silva has been very passionate about the club. Together with his family, his two sons currently still play for Chelsea, and his wife still stays in London. So it's going to be a very emotional game, but we have to do it. Now, Maresca had a lot to say in his press conference. Just watched the entire press conference. Some of it was in Spanish, some of it was in Italian, but we did get the information. The first thing that Maresca talked about is about the Chelsea's approach to this game. He talked about how he has learned a lot from the Brazilian sides and how he's now more experienced and will most likely be more serious to take Fluminense head on. Maresca also talked about Nicholas Jackson and the competition that he has now with Liam Delap, together with the competition that Jackson has with the incoming Joao Pedro. Maresca also emphasized about Noni Madueke's situation, talking about how Chelsea are still looking for Noni Madueke is very much involved in the team. Noni Madueke is super involved into the team's activity, and how Noni Madueke actually expects that he will contribute to the team in this competition. Maresca also went further to give us updates with regards to the injury situation with Romeo Lavia, that Lavia has been training by himself, but this game is so soon for him, so he will not be available. Hopefully, if we qualify, he can be available for the finals. So that is what Maresca said. He said otherwise the squad is okay, Colwill's suspensions and the lap suspension. He also talked about Joao Pedro. He said the way Joao Pedro had actually contributed a lot in the team and how he was looking forward to actually see him blend more and actually understand the way he wants his team to play. Now, before we even start this analysis, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Now, this is a semi-final. Nothing has been concluded. Don't let anybody tell you Chelsea are the favorites. This is just a one-off game, similar to what Al Ahly did to Manchester City. So let's be focused. So it needs a lot of focus. It needs a lot of attention. And we start. Now in goal, Robert Sanchez starts. He's been Chelsea's player in this competition. And people will really talk about the goal he conceded against from Estevao, but that was a very, very beautiful goal that Estevao actually scored. So, but overall, he has been quite okay. Then we move on to the fullbacks. Rhys James is back. Start him. He's the club captain. It's a very important game. Play Rhys James in the right back position. Play Marc Cucurella in the left back position. Have your strongest players in the wide areas, because Fluminense like to actually overload the wide areas with their overlapping fullbacks, and that is something that is so crucial. Now, centre backs, the absence of Colwill sees the return of Tosin Adrabayo, who is going to come in and actually play in that position with Trevor Chalobah, with Tosin moving towards the right centre-back position and Chalobah moving towards the left. The main aim is because of the way Chelsea will actually look to structure themselves without the ball. Tosin is much more comfortable as a central centre-back in those attacking approach system. Now we move into the midfield. The return of Moises Caicedo is a return of a very crucial player who Chelsea lacked in the game against Palmeiras. That's why I'm so impressed with the way Santos did. But Caicedo is back. Caicedo is the engine of the team. Caicedo needs to come and anchor that midfield the way he does and ensure Chelsea are solid in the middle of the park. Now we move on to the front three, and we have Pedro Neto down the right, Palma through the center, and I'm playing Joao Pedro down the left, because in my system, I would prefer if Joao Pedro starts from the left, cutting in, because there's a way I want to actually use Cucurella in the wide areas, allowing Joao Pedro to actually play in that left inside channel or even as a second striker, because I think that is something that he can do much better. Then leading the line, I would pick Nicholas Jackson, and I do understand this is a controversial take, but I would actually pick Jackson. His link-up play is so good. I would like to see the way Jackson can play with Joao Pedro, how he can play with Palma, and just see the dynamism that Chelsea can have in that attack with Nicholas Jackson. Now, another lineup that Maresca can pick is he can start Santos and Caicedo in that midfield. Then he can choose to have Palma and Pedro Neto as the wingers. And then he can have Joao Pedro as a number 9. That is a lineup that I think Maresca can actually even pick. So that's just what I had to share. Now, Chelsea in this system will play either 4-2-3-1. That is the system they're playing. 4-2-3-1. Now, without the ball, Chelsea can move into that 3-2-2-3. With now probably Joao Pedro starting wide left and Neto. But this is the standard Chelsea approach to attack. But Chelsea are going to face a team that actually matches this because they play with a back 5. So they are able to go man to man. So it will mean that Maresca will have to move into a 3-1-6 again with Caicedo as the only anchor. Now, the thing here is Cucurella might not be preferred to actually play in that inside left channel. No. In that diamond midfield. No. Cucurella, in this case, you can see something that Chelsea did against Palmeiras, who were also playing with the back 5, moving into a 3-1-6. 3-1-6. And you notice one thing that the 3-1-6 is that it allows many midfielders, Fernandes, Palma, and whoever is playing alongside them, either an inverted fullback in that position. That, in my opinion, when it comes to this structure, I want Joao Pedro to play slightly inside. So I want Joao Pedro to actually play as that number 10. And then you have Enzo playing down the right and Palma actually moving towards the left. And Chelsea having that front 2 in attack. So the Chelsea system now moves into a 3-1-4-2 with Jackson and Joao Pedro playing as 2 strikers. Now, without the ball, Palmeiras is more likely to move into a 3-5, pushing their fullbacks high up and Thiago Silva dictating the play as the central center back. Now, we need a striker who will constantly press Thiago Silva and ensure he does not have the ball. Because if you allow Thiago Silva to have that ball, he's actually going to create problems. And this is something that can really create some kinds of situations and issues for Chelsea. Now, the Fluminense versus Chelsea game will be today. I think it will be so early. So we'll really watch it and hopefully Chelsea are able to complete the job, and Chelsea will be able to complete the job, and they will be able to actually get what is needed, necessary to actually win this game and actually proceed on to the next stages of the Club World Cup, which will be the final. And this is something that Chelsea really have to do. Leave your comments in the comment section area below. Leave your predictions. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.